Judy note, watch your emails from now forward. According to our intel military contact, the shotgun start and Tier 4 bin notifications were not waiting until election results were resolved. The RV release was still underway from 1 p.m. EST Thursday 5th of November onward. The release process started with bonds payout at 1 a.m. EST on Monday 2nd of November. High-level bond payouts were paid out overnight on Tuesday 3rd of November. Higher-level tiers were paid out Thursday 4-5 November. The RV/GCR would be fully released during the 10 days between Wednesday 4th of November and Saturday 14th of November, the same time as the mass arrests during those 10 days of darkness. Exchanges would extend through mid-November. The higher contract rates, including ZIM redemption, could only be obtained through a redemption center appointment obtained by calling an 800 number found through the secured website. The secured website link would be sent out by email and given to certain intel providers for publication on their websites. On the restored Republic, believe in the alliance's plan to take down the cabal that has been in the works for over 20 years. President Trump was in complete control. Trump won the election by 80%. Mass arrests have started on over 209,000 sealed indictments filed in federal courts across the nation since Trump took office. Sit back and enjoy the show. A Thursday, November 5, 2020. Charlie Ward has worked and been friends with the Chinese elders for over 15 years. A lot of Ward's info came from what he called the four walls of power, which included the Chinese elders, Alliance, Trump White House, and Trump Redemption Team. Update on election: Charlie Ward, Charlie's important webinar update on the election. 1. Every official voting ballot has a watermark that can't be seen. 2. As votes were put into the system, the quantum computer system verified if the ballot was valid or not. 3. Trump won by 80%. 4. The cabal was caught red-handed. 5. The election fraud was going before the Supreme Court. 6. 5 states had more people voting than were registered to vote. 7. The restored Republic common law won't have political parties, but each region will be represented by individuals. 8. Charlie Ward, it wouldn't surprise me if we had an Azara announcement before Christmas and we have a new presidential election within 120 days. 9. Charlie Ward, the vertical bar EPS vertical bar Tate communist demons have been checkmated by the mighty Alliance chess masters. Q and the Alliance have told us 7 ways to Sunday that people who were still in sleepwalk mode, who were still mesmerized by propaganda of the vertical bar EPS vertical bar Tate fake stream media cannot be told. They have to be shown. We knew that the Chinese Communist Democratic Party would try and steal the election because they knew they couldn't win it. We knew because Juan Savine, J.F. Kennedy Jr., told us that there were traitors in both the Democratic and Republican parties, and that when this was over, after the arrests of the treasonous and seditious cabal, those two parties would be decimated. Patrick Liggett, and FCB with Dr. Charlie Ward, live link from Australia with Charlie Ward. Susan Bradford and Dr. Charlie Ward, The World Unmasked. Brittany Fleming and Charlie Ward discuss. Warren Wegener is joined, Tom Sidney Bushnell. Super Roundtable with Charlie Ward and friends. Be Thursday 5th of November 8:45 p.m. EST. Fleming's military intel contact. 1. The military intel contact agreed with Dr. Steve Pieczenik's Thursday 5th of November interview. 2. The Quantum Financial Service blockchain watermarked ballots have been part of a huge Trump and military white hat sting operation in 12 key battleground states where 20,000 plus National Guard were deployed. 3. The B vertical bar and crime family and ballot fraud co-conspirators, elected officials, bureaucrats, social media censorship mongers, fake stream media reporters, etc., were being arrested and detained for ballot fraud right now and over coming days. 4. They will be living in barges off Gitmo to face military tribunals for sedition behind the scenes. 5. The RV release was still underway from 1 p.m. EST Thursday 5th of November. It was not stalled but was still being released right now. See Thursday, November 5th, 2020. The big call, Bruce Colin 1. Anyone with Zim had to use redemption centers. The banks could process currency. 2. Bring to your redemption, photo ID, utility bill where you were living, your project presentation, 3 copies. 3. Have a list of those who would be excluded from your non-disclosure agreement, because they were involved with your humanitarian project. 4. Know the numbers for your proof of funds letter. 5. Our notification for appointments was different and away from the election resolution. 6. A large banker said we would be there by Saturday 7th of November or next Tuesday 10th of November. 7. There is liquidity in Hong Kong and China. 8. Bonds started paying out last Monday 2nd of November. 9. We are still looking for the military to release it to the U.S. Treasury. 10. We will be getting the stimulus checks soon and it may include past months. 11. Iraq was going to pay their citizens on their Chi cards at a new dinar rate on Saturday 7th of November. Thursday 5th of November. Fleming's military intel contact. 1. The shotgun start and Tier 4 bin notifications were not waiting till the election results were resolved. It's still a go right now. 2. We needed to watch our emails from today Thursday 5th of November forward. 3. Military white hats and Trump knew back in June 2020. Q vertical bar on post number 4494, that the D vertical bar EPS vertical bar T Democrat election ballot fraud was coming. 4. Election fraud appeared early Wednesday morning 4th of November in me, with PA, GA, Oz, NV, etc. 5. He said to take a deep breath and relax because POTUS did win the election as expected. 6. The evidence trying to hide Trump's victory through the ballot counting fraud of the B vertical bar Biden crime family co-conspirators would become clear in due time. 8. The Federalist, yes, Democrats were trying to steal the election in Michigan, Wisconsin. In the 3 Midwest battleground states, vote counting irregularities persisted in an election that would be decided on razor-thin margins. 9. He asked us to pray overall and stay alert. E-voter fraud. A. Trump trapped elites into committing voter fraud. C. On Tuesday to Wednesday 4th of November the National Guard was charged with checking for voter fraud in several states. A specific watermark was present on ballots that were valid. Between 3:30 to 4:30 a.m., they found 140,000 mail-in ballots for B vertical bar Biden in Wisconsin. Between 2 o'clock to 4 a.m., they found 1 million mail-in ballots in Pennsylvania. All for Biden. None for Trump. Between 3:30 to 5 a.m., they found 200,000 mail-in ballots for B vertical bar Biden in Michigan, and then over 100,000 lost ballot forms found in Michigan. Every single one of them for B Biden. What are the odds? D. Thursday 5th of November presidential election has major voter fraud and proof will be released. In the end, Trump will win. Mark Bauman. 1. President Trump's team put secret monitors and loyal people in 12 battleground states to watch and record the severe voter fraud that has really gone on forever in America. This had to be kept very secret to catch them in the act. 2. This will lead to the QVS, quantum voting system, legally implemented in future elections. This QVS is not hackable and one can vote on one's computer or cell phone. The system will have certain questions that you only know the answers, and the software has certain algorithms that confirm your location, computer and even videos linked to you and knowing it is you, for sure. 3. The new QFS, quantum financial system, has been up and running for 8 years, and the highest level hackers have not been able to crack it. Everyone on the planet has or will have their bank accounts on this system. The general public are not aware. The old hackable SWIFT system is gone as of a few weeks ago. The QFS was installed in most banks about 1.5 years ago, and now boast that every bank in the world is connected now. Bankers have been put on a strict NDA, non-disclosure agreement, on information about this system. 4. The alliance. Trump and his team set up secret monitoring in 12 states, where they deployed the National Guard to help with the election. 5. Did we run a sting and had secret third-party audit counting the whole time? Do you believe in coincidences? Nothing can stop what is coming, nothing. It was a trap. 6. We know that Hunter B. Vertical Biden has signed a confession even against his father Joe B. Vertical Biden. The FBI has 2 of Hunter's laptops with all the information that shows the B. Vertical Biden crime family taking bribes and pay for play at the highest levels in the White House, including H. Vertical Larry C. Vertical Linton, O. Vertical Obama and Joe B. Vertical Biden. He will not be allowed to be president. 7. President Trump wanted to expose fake stream media and all the voter fraud in the country. As Q puts in a drop, we have to show the public, not tell them. For they would not believe the serious criminality in this country and how high it goes. Thursday, November 5, 2020 election update, Simon Parks F. Did military intelligence infiltrate Democrat voter fraud operations? Realist News: 1. Q told us a while back the game plan for the Democrats, how B. Vertical Biden was winning. 2. Q said we had military inserts that have evidence of voter fraud. 3. Trump easily won and they were trying to steal it and expect us to believe it. 4. There was video, audio evidence of voter fraud, but that was the least crime they have committed. 5. They were going to be exposed. Relax, take a deep breath. This is going to drag on for days. They have to show the people how corrupt they were. G. Archbishop Vigano addresses U.S. voter fraud and Trump: 1. Archbishop Vigano has written a letter to the American Catholic people. 2. News of electoral fraud was surfacing. 3. There were states where there were more votes than voters. 4. There were states where mail-in votes that were always exclusive for B. Vertical Biden. 5. There were states where there was excessive voter tampering, always in favor of B. Vertical Biden. 6. For months we have been witnessing news covered up in order to carry out the most colossal fraud in history for the sake of the N. Vertical U W Vertical World O Vertical Reader. 7. Pray and trust in God. H. Democrats altering election results with CIA app scorecard. Byington on election night 3 November. The swing states of Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin and Michigan suddenly called a halt to their vote counting, despite President Trump being ahead and uncatchable. President Trump reacted by saying the Dems were interfering with election results and packing the ballot boxes with fraudulent mail-in ballots. He would take the matter to the Supreme Court if necessary. Trump says he will go to Supreme Court to stop election steal. The Dems, in conjunction with the CIA, appeared to have put in place a CIA Project Hammer app called Operation Scorecard, a mechanism which can alter the voting results of electronic voting machines in key swing states, like Pennsylvania, that would determine the outcome of the election. Scorecard could flip the election any way the handlers of it wished. It was an extremely secret signals intelligence program originally developed by CIA/N.S.A/F.B.I. Contractor turned whistleblower, Dennis L. Montgomery for the Vertical Obama administration's CIA Director, John Brennan, and Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper. Thursday, 5 November. Charlie Ward. All is calm. Sit back and watch the show. Donald Trump is in complete control. Charlie Ward and Gene Decode, Alliance Victorious, Wondrous World incoming by Cat, September 18, 2020 video, Thrilling Wano Savine, JFK, on the next 60 days of chaos. Awesome. By Cat, November 1, 2020. 030 There's the New World Order third dimensional paradigm. And I'm incredibly peaceful because what Donald Trump is doing right now is exposing the corruption and the evil. Because nobody in America would believe it. Cause if he told them how corrupt and evil they were and how they tried to rig the vote, nobody would believe him. So he's allowing them to expose themselves. 106 Don't worry. Be peaceful. You may not get the answer today, you may not get it tomorrow. One thing is for sure, he's going to be in power for the next 4 years. That's a definite. That's a given. T-reason equals death. T-reason plus, S-edition equals death. T-reason plus, pedophilia equals death. S-edition equals 20 years in a military prison if you're a U.S. citizen. S-edition equals 20 years in a FEMO barge off Gitmo if you're a foreigner. The deep state communist _mons have been checkmated by the mighty 12D Plus Alliance chess masters. Gene Decode September 16, 2020, the Alliance have gone into every play and counterplay that the cab_al could possibly do. They have literally taken every possible thing. There's no play. It's Zugzwang. What we call in chess Zugzwang. Where no matter what move the enemy does, he's done. He's going to be checkmated, it's only a matter of time. Q and the Alliance have told us 7 ways to Sunday that people who are still in sleepwalk mode, who are still mesmerized by the propaganda of the deep state fake stream media, have to be shown. They cannot be told. We knew the China's Communist Democratic Party would try and steal it because they knew they couldn't win it. We knew because 107 told us that there are traitors in both the Democratic and Republican parties, and that when this is over, after the arrests of the T-reasonous and S-editious CA_ball, those two parties will be decimated. We know that the quantum financial system is up and running and that the quantum voting system is twinkling on the sidelines, also waiting to be introduced to the world. 26 hours 51 minutes Gene Decode September 18, 2020. It's not just putting us back on the currency that's based on the quantum financial system and gold, silver, and platinum. It's also putting us on the quantum voting system, the QVS, where they can't hack our votes. 27 hours 27 minutes Gene Decode, that controls the entire quantum system worldwide. The QFS and the QVS. And so those countries that agree to go into that. All of this will be going away for them as well as for those in the U.S. Because mainland China. Xi. That whole deep state over there, the CCP, has been attacking our country. Attacking President Trump. Funneling money into all of our universities. 33 hours 57 minutes they're trying to twist where this huge horsepower machine that we call America is going. And they're twisting us around, and it's starting at the universities. 34 hours 10 minutes So what's happened is you have an expat group. Even though Taiwan's supposed to be brought back into China. What's really happening? There's a contingent of Taiwanese who have said no. And no, and F you. We're not going to be part of mainland China and your whole evil regime. 35 hours 26 minutes What was going on in mainland China? They were the ones spying on Hunter. They were the ones getting the videos to blackmail. To blackmail. They had it all. How did it end up in Taiwan? 35 hours 40 minutes Because you have Taiwanese people and you have Chinese nationals who have gone into a form of exile in Taiwan. And they're providing it to you. They're showing you what's going on in China. They're showing you what they, the CCP, were trying to do and blackmail the Democrat order that's taken control of our country. 36 hours 5 minutes And so what are they doing from Taiwan? Like a battleship on the other side of the planet, they're lobbing rounds across the sea, out into outer space, and back in, and they're landing dead FUCKING center of the Democratic operations. 36 hours 27 minutes The senators they're paying off. The House members they're paying off. The university affiliations that they're controlling and paying off into all those departments. 36 hours 45 minutes you are watching the beginning salvo of shock and awe. 39 hours 49 minutes 107 the revelations even after the election aren't slowing down. When people find out what's being done in their name. What's been happening here in our country around them right under their noses. They're going to be so livid that these people are going to have to be picked up to keep them from getting strung up. Gitmo won't be, because they just have to go there and do their term. Gitmo will be the only place they'll be safe. They won't be safe here in the mainland of the USA, okay? Because of the reason. And those people who want to protest after the election? Edition. Excuse me. If you're trying to overturn the government, overturn the results of the loss of an election, and you're involved in sedition? You don't go away at a nice plush federal prison. You go to a military prison. There's gonna be a whole bunch of players that are gonna be taken off the table for legal reasons. Federal prosecutions, Gitmo prosecutions, and special elections that are going to have to be done to get the country back on track. 1:22 and 17 seconds 107 can't. Those of you who understand what's really at stake, you need to be praying for the president. Praying for his family. This has all been planned. This has all been mapped on supercomputers. The guys that have been backing the president have been playing out scenarios over and over and over. Multiple variations a day. Since the very beginning of this presidency and beyond. 1:27 and 19 seconds. It's going to be epic. Don't be in a fearful mode as these dramas unfold. And they're going to be epic dramas. And understand that at the end of the day it's going to be great. We're going to take the country back. We're going to put the country back on track. Be part of it. Take a deep breath and let's get the monsters. International Child Sex Trafficking. Satanic ritual abuse of children. Ritual abuse, SMART's ritual abuse. Ritualistic abuse is an extreme form of psychological, physical, and sexual maltreatment of children, or the worship of Sati, and through sex, orgies, human sacrifice, and the tortuous mind control of children. Keep it quiet. On Thursday evening 22nd of October, a new communication systems monitoring of social media posts, emails, text messages, Discord DMs, phone conversations, etc. became effective through the NSA and Military Intel, DIA. After you digitally signed a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, to obtain a exchange/redemption appointment and then another NDA at your appointment, you would be legally obligated not to discuss or write anything about the global currency reset, GCR, redemption, exchange, revaluation, RV, currency exchange rates, dinar, dong, zim, etc. and quantum financial system, QFS, for at least 90 days, or whatever time period was on your NDAs. To do so would break conditions of those NDAs and your monies would be frozen.